This is huge. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer quits ahead of...
It looks like Sean Diddy Combs has experienced another setback as one of his attorneys decides to withdraw himself from his case.
We made the points that we were wanting to make. I think it came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter.
Now, everybody's going to want to know, why did the lawyer quit? And why did the lawyer quit in such a...
In a surprising turn of events, Diddy's lead attorney has abruptly resigned from his defense team, citing irreconcilable differences. This unexpected move has sparked speculation across both the legal and entertainment industries, especially with new shocking details surfacing just weeks before the trial. The sudden departure raises questions about what's truly happening behind the scenes.
It ends up being only 12 days. That's fine. That's what the government wanted to do. The government didn't want him to turn himself in. He came here to turn himself in. Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in. But we are going to make all these points again tomorrow, and we'll make him as much as we can until we get him out. So that's all I have. Yeah, that's tomorrow. What was the question? We're appealing. We're no bail. No bail. We're appealing it. I'm sorry. We're appealing the decision.
As allegations against Diddy grow more serious, the departure of his lead attorney couldn't have come at a worse time. This development has fueled speculation about the strength of his defense and the potential revelations that may emerge during the trial. Reports indicate that internal conflicts, mounting evidence, and legal complexities may have led to this decision, leaving Diddy scrambling to restructure his legal strategy. Let's break down the unfolding events, the impact on his case, and what this means for the upcoming trial.
It caused a lot of confusion there with all the lawyers they had. OJ had the best defense team in the world. Each lawyer had a task and they were very good at it, and they got a chance to implement what they wanted to do in their strengths. In that whole trial, the OJ trial. Now, watching that trial and where we came from.
News broke when Diddy's lead attorney formally withdrew from the case, citing escalating tensions within the legal team. Sources close to the situation reveal that internal disagreements over defense strategy had reached a breaking point, with the attorney reportedly frustrated over the case's direction. This sudden resignation has thrown Diddy's camp into turmoil, forcing them to secure new legal representation, just as the trial gains momentum.
Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer quits ahead of trial, the ST trial. That's what the full title says, but man, this is big time. I'm going to see exactly what happened here. Appreciate all the love and support with you guys coming over. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Sean Diddy Combs' legal team is getting a little smaller as the rap mogul's defense team prepares for his May trial. His attorney, Anthony Rico, respectfully but regrettably requested to be dismissed from his role, according to documents obtained by NBC News. Rico, who is one of 6 attorneys on the case, requested in the February 21st filing to withdraw as representation because, quote, "Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice."
If Diddy loses his case, the lawyers get paid no matter what, right? No matter what. So I just want to go to some of the comments here to see if people are thinking what I'm thinking. It says, the lawyer quit because he obviously knows something's not right and wants nothing to do with it. I would just say this, let's keep an eye on that brother. Let's keep an eye on that lawyer. So I'm just, in my mind, I'm wondering, has he heard something, you know? Did Diddy admit to something?
Adding to the intrigue is the cryptic statement from the departing attorney. While careful not to disclose confidential details, the lawyer hinted at ethical concerns and fundamental disagreements over the case's direction. Speculation is mounting that newly uncovered, potentially damning evidence may have been the tipping point for the defense team. This revelation has only heightened public curiosity about what shocking details could emerge during the trial.
Looks like Sean Diddy Combs has experienced another setback as one of his attorneys decides to withdraw himself from his case. Not only that, it looks like Diddy is claiming that race is playing into the reason why he's facing charges. Welcome back to the Empire Channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So according to the New York Times, in regards to Diddy's defense, lawyers for Sean Combs filed a motion Tuesday night seeking the dismissal of one of the trafficking charges.
As news of the attorney's resignation spread, Diddy's team released a statement accusing the prosecution of racial bias and unfair targeting. While these claims received mixed reactions, legal experts suggest this could be a strategic attempt to shift the narrative and sway public opinion. However, the timing, coinciding with his lawyer's abrupt departure, has raised serious doubts about the credibility of Diddy's defense, fueling speculation about deeper issues within his legal strategy.
I think that we made the points that we've been wanting to make. I think it came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name. And we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things. This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion. There's no crime. There's basically just, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves innocent.
Legal analysts have examined what could drive a high-profile attorney to abandon a case of this magnitude. Possible reasons include disputes over defense strategy, difficulties with client cooperation, or newly surfaced evidence that could weaken the defense's credibility. If the attorney felt that remaining on the case would be professionally damaging, it signals major trouble for Diddy's chances in court.
Now, everybody's going to want to know, why did the lawyer quit? And why did the lawyer quit in such a way that was so damning? Hey, fake Diddy said hello. Now, before we get on it like that, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell, and we're going to get to it.
As Diddy scrambles to regroup, the prosecution seems to be building an even stronger case. Reports suggest that federal investigators have uncovered new documents and witness testimonies that could be crucial. The lawyer's resignation, coming immediately after this evidence surfaced, has fueled speculation that it was the final breaking point for the defense team. If true, the odds are stacking against Diddy as he heads into court with a weakened legal strategy and mounting challenges.
Damian Williams, who led Diddy investigation in high-profile cases, set to resign. You know the black guy who was reading off in that room where they had found all the lubricants and guns and all that stuff. Him is set to resign. And what is expected to be the first of many resignations from federal judicial posts, Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, has announced his resignation, effective at 11:59 p.m. on December 13th.
News of the attorney's resignation sent shockwaves across social media, sparking debate over whether Diddy's case is falling apart before even reaching the courtroom. Supporters argue that everyone deserves a fair trial, while critics view the departure as proof that his legal troubles are far more serious than originally thought. This divide in public opinion is expected to grow as the trial unfolds.
Let me see here. It says President-elect Donald Trump has announced to nominate Jake Clayton, the former chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions, to take over the role. I don't know, man. I mean, you guys will probably know more than I just. Maybe it was one of them things where, like.
Adding to the controversy, rumors have surfaced about how evidence was obtained and handled. Diddy's team has accused prosecutors of misconduct, while investigators insist that all procedures followed strict legal protocols. The massive volume of evidence, including financial records and surveillance footage, has reportedly overwhelmed the defense, making it difficult to craft a strong counterargument. With the trial approaching, the sheer scale of the prosecution's case is becoming increasingly evident.
Freak and it's not illegal. But you can't force people to do shit. And this is what I'm getting at. When you have a lot of money and you have no accountability and you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do whenever the fuck you want to do it, I think you can go a little bonkers.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
I mean, he's complaining to a teenager that you don't really want to hang out with me. Okay, but he didn't do this. Just so you know, he didn't do this. That means when he's out of money.
He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government...
Okay, that's just dumb. He's not afraid of the charges? Wouldn't you be afraid of the charges? Where are you? You're in fucking Rikers Island. You goddamn well better be afraid. They just executed 2 search warrants. They've got obliterated serial numbers on firearms. They've got videos and baby oil. You know, what he needs is somebody to tell him what the truth is. You are f***ed. You are absolutely f***ed. You're going to prison for the good portion of the rest of your life.
In a bizarre twist, reports have emerged that authorities discovered a large quantity of baby oil and other questionable items during their search of Diddy's properties. While some dismiss this as mere sensationalism, others believe it hints at the high-risk lifestyle prosecutors may emphasize in court. Regardless of its actual relevance, this revelation has added yet another layer of intrigue to an already sensational case.
Since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful. He's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no...
With his legal team in turmoil, Diddy now faces the challenge of securing new representation willing to take on a high-stakes, high-pressure case under intense scrutiny. Legal experts warn that even top attorneys would need weeks to review the extensive case files, time that Diddy no longer has. While the sudden change in counsel could lead to trial delays, it may also severely weaken his ability to mount a strong defense.
Sean P. Diddy Combs' lawyer quits the case. He's out of there, folks. P. Diddy's lawyer is no longer on the RICO case. According to this court filing, he wants out. Now, whether he gets out, that will be up to the judge. What in the world is going on here? I have a legal document right here. His attorney, Anthony Rico, he has numerous attorneys. This is one of his attorneys, Anthony Rico, and he wants out of the case. He doesn't want to be on the case anymore after consulting with Mark Agnafilo, P. Diddy's main attorney. Maybe his lawyer came to his senses. This lawyer that wants out and says, I don't want to be any a part of this, because he's so scared that he's going to be disbarred or face legal ramifications and repercussions himself. Yes. So ultimately, you know, when a lawyer withdraws based off other lawyers representing him, I don't think the judge is going to deny that request, but he wants out. Now, what does that mean for Diddy? Did he approve of this? Did he want this lawyer out? It seems like something is going on here. And, you know, Agnafilo it's interesting with Mark Agnafilo because his wife is representing Luigi Mangione. I'm just wondering if Agnafilo's next off the case, and they're going to concentrate more on Luigi. But you know, in the feds, they got a 97% conviction.
This development has reignited debates about how celebrity status can be both an advantage and a liability in legal battles. While high-profile defendants have the resources to secure top legal representation, they also endure relentless media scrutiny that can complicate their defense. Diddy's case highlights this delicate balance, where legal strategy and public perception are deeply intertwined. How this unfolds could set a precedent for future high-profile cases.
It's video that we've all seen, and it's a bad video for Mr. Combs, and he said so himself when he gave his apology. This is 8 years ago, and the prosecutors are talking about him bribing a hotel security worker. There was no criminal investigation. This was just a matter of personal embarrassment because he and the person in the video were in the midst of a 10-year relationship that was difficult at times, that was toxic at times, but it was mutually so. And this whole notion that Mr. Combs is forcing drugs on someone is just nonsensical, and it's been proved to not be true.
Well, in that video, he initially denied the allegations when his then girlfriend, who was in that video, filed a lawsuit last fall.
The sudden resignation of Diddy's lead attorney marks a critical turning point in an already tense and highly scrutinized legal battle. With new evidence emerging, reportedly insincere apology attempt, and allegations escalating from both sides, Diddy faces a pivotal crossroads. The timing of his lawyer's departure, just before trial, raises serious doubts about the strength of his defense and the potential revelations that may come to light in court.
Not the first time that his attorneys have decided to use race in his defense. So the New York Times continues, he said the use of escorts, male or female, is common and indeed widely accepted in American culture today, they write. To emphasize what is depicted as the non-criminal nature of the conduct, the filing notes that the chief executive of the escort service that Mr. Combs is said to have used has been interviewed in the media and was featured in a Showtime reality series. The lawyer questioned whether any white person has been charged under the law based on similar allegations. The prosecutors overseeing the case at the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York have asserted that Mr. Combs' conduct was far less innocuous.
While Diddy's team insists they will continue the fight, the momentum appears to be shifting in the prosecution's favor. As the entertainment world watches this legal drama unfold, the stakes couldn't be higher, both for Diddy's career and his personal freedom. Will he rebound with a new legal strategy, or is this the beginning of the end for one of hip-hop's most legendary figures? One thing is certain. The upcoming trial promises to be explosive, filled with twists and revelations no one saw coming. Stay tuned. This story is far from over.